Hello students, welcome to CMI's online classes, and this video is for class 6, chapter number 12, and the name of the chapter is Electricity and Circuits. So what do you mean by electricity? So as we all know, we have electricity at our homes. We can see electricity in the roads, okay, that means the road lights. Then we can see electricity at the industries. So it is common thing, but where do that electricity come, and how different electric appliances are used? As for example, what is the procedure of glowing a bulb when the switch is on? Okay, where do that electricity come from, and why we get shock during when there is a fault in the electricity. So we will be discussing these all things in this chapter. So let's start first of all with conduction. Okay, that means those things which help electricity to transfer. So what do you mean by conductors? So substance which allow electricity to pass through them are called conductors. That means you can say that which help electric current to flow through them easily are called conductors. Such as we have a silver, gold. Simply we can say metals, different metals. Then we have acidic solution, the solution of acid. Then we have salt solution, what we say namak pani. Okay, so these all are the example of conductors, and these help the electricity to conduct from one body to another body. Then we have insulator. What do you mean by insulator? So insulator is opposite to conductors. That means those substances which do not allow electric current to pass through them are called insulators. That means they stop the flow of electric current. As for example, we have plastic, we have rubbers, etc. And we can see that when we mend this circuit, okay, default circuit, or we can see when we see an electrician, okay, they mostly use rubber gloves. Why they use rubber gloves? They use rubber gloves because that is an insulator, and which prevents them from getting shocks. Okay, then let's move towards good conductors and bad conductors. As we know that conductors are the substance which allow electric current to pass through them. But in conductors also we have two types of conductors. One is good conductor and one is bad conductor. So good conductors are those substances which allow electric current to pass through them easily. That means electric current can pass easily through the conductors. Example, we have silver, gold, aluminium. That means those metals, common metals, okay, even iron also, they are good conductors. Then we have bad conductors. Some substance allow electric current to pass through them, but in very little amount. That means current will flow, but not in a easy way, in a very little amount. Means it obstructs. Okay, it obstructs means it stops the flow of current. Means the intensity of the current will be lowered. Okay, so the conclusion is that can we call bad conductor an insulator? No, we can't call bad conductor as insulator, because insulators are the substance or the material which completely don't allow electric current to pass through them. But bad conductors, they allow electric current to pass through them, but in a very little amount. Okay, so in fact most of these substances allow electric current to pass through them under certain condition. Some can be higher, like metals, iron, gold, silver, and some can be very low. Okay, so instead of using terms conductor and insulators, good conductors and bad conductors are used. So for better understanding, we use good conductors and bad conductors. Now let's move towards electric conductors. So electric conductors are same as good conductors. That means those material which allow electric current to flow through them. As for example, we have metals like copper, aluminium, okay, and even non-metal like graphite. It is a form of carbon, and graphite are mostly used in industrial machineries. Okay, even the carbon of the pencil is also made up of graphite, so it is also a good conductor, but it is covered with the insulator, that is hood. Okay, so we have copper, we have silver, we have aluminium, we have graphite, even iron also we can include. So these all are example of electric conductors. Okay, then electric conductors, we have salt water also. Salt water means when we mix salt in water, it also acts as a good conductor, because salt is mostly a combination of sodium chloride, that is NaCl, and it has both negative and positive charge, so it is a good electrical conductor. Then we will talk about electrical insulators. As I discussed that insulators are things which prevent the flow of electric current, and if you get or if anyone get a shock, okay, we must not pull them with our naked hand. Okay, we can use those insulators, we can use plastic, we can use a block of wood, okay, or we can use the rubber gloves to pull that person from the shock. So the material that do not allow electric current to flow through them are called electric insulators. As for example, plastics, wood, rubber, glass, etc. So we can say that mostly the wire that we can see are insulated with a plastic. Okay, then there is a hood, okay, to prevent the flow of electric current. Even rubber can also be used. That's why most electrician or those who work with electric appliances, they have a rubber gloves, okay, which help them to get shock. Okay, so this was all about electrical insulators. Now let's move to few electrical components. Okay, and we will discuss more about the flow of current. Okay, so electrical components or electric components, we have a cell, that is battery. In a small scale, we have an electric bulb. Okay, we can say it's an LED bulb. We have a switch, that means it is a metal, okay, made up of steel or aluminum. Then we have a battery, that means stored energy, and we have a wire, that means which helps the electric current to flow. Okay, and they have different symbols. For battery we have the symbol, as we can see. For bulb there is a symbol where a round is attached, and the switch, which is made up of a metal strip. Okay, if it is joined, we can say the switch is on, and if it is not joined, we can say that it is switched then we have a battery, and we have a symbols of battery also. Then we have a wire, and the symbol of wire is a straight line. Okay, so these all are the components of electric current. So let's discuss about the flow of electric current in these all components. Okay, so electric cell, that means the battery. What does it comprises of? So it has a positive terminal and a negative terminal. So if you see a battery, okay, it is found in the market and it is used mostly in torches, remotes, then you can see the wall clocks. Okay, and if you observe carefully, plus and minus sign has been mentioned at both the end. Okay, that means it has a positive terminal and a negative terminal. Okay, so the symbol of an electric cell has a longer line and a shorter line. The longer line is positive terminal and the shorter line is negative terminal. So if you see the longer line, you can say that it is a positive terminal, and if you see if it is a shorter line, you can say it is a negative terminal if plus and minus is not mentioned. Okay, so that is a simple electric cell. And what do you mean by battery? So, okay, a battery is the combination of two or more cells. Okay, electric cell is single, which have a positive and negative terminal, but a battery is the combination of two or more cells. So in a battery, the positive terminal of one cell is connected to the negative terminal of another cell. That means we can see in the figure, positive terminal of the lower cell is connected to the negative end of the negative terminal of the another battery. Similarly, positive negative and positive negative is connected. So we can say that battery is the combination of two or more cells, and when at last the negative terminal is attached to the bulb and the positive terminal is attached to the bulb starts glowing. So as already discussed that in transistors, in toys, in TV control remotes, even in the wall clocks, okay, we can see the battery. Okay, we will take a simple example of a torch. Okay, if you put a torch in a correct way, that is negative terminal to positive terminal to again negative terminal, the bulb will or the torch will work. That means it will glow. But if you put negative with negative terminal and positive with positive terminal, the bulb will not glow, because there will be no flow of electric charge. Okay, then let's see a simple circuit here. A simple circuit can be made by using a cell, that means a single battery, electric bulb. It can be of a very small resistance or very small power consumption, switch and wires. Okay, a bulb glows only when a switch is in the on position and the circuit is closed. Okay, so for this we have to take a cell, that is battery, wires, then the switch, it can be a pin, okay, and a bulb. Okay, so in a closed circuit, that means if the switch is connected, then the bulb will glow. Okay, but if the switch is removed or if the switch is not connected, then the bulb will not glow. Okay, so the first one is called closed circuit and the second one is called open circuit, because the switch is not connected. Okay, so how many type of circuits we have learned? We have learned two type of circuits. One is closed circuit and one is open circuit. And in a closed circuit, flow of electricity is seen. That's why we can see the bulb glowing. Whereas in a open circuit, the switch is not on. That's why flow of electric current is not seen. Okay, so this is a simple electric circuit and flow of electric charge. Okay, so as we discussed about closed and open circuit, so fuse also act as a switch. Okay, and fuse is mostly used in our homes or in a buildings to prevent from excess flow of electricity, which can cause fires or electric shocks also. Okay, so electric fuse is a safety device. As I told that it is act as a switch used in electrical circuits, which protect the electrical circuits and appliances and prevents fire. As for example, if there is excessive flow of electric current, what will happen? If you have installed a fuse, if there is an electric fuse, the power will automatically cut and the appliances or the houses will be safe. As for example, if you are using a television or if you are using a fridge, or if you are using a personal computer, that means they are not affected. Even the bulbs are also not affected. So this act as a switch. Okay, so electrical fuse is used in all electrical circuits in building. So electrical fuse has a wire which melts quickly and breaks when large electric current flows through it. That means there is a wire attached, as we can see in the figure. Okay, and if the wire is connected, then obviously it is a closed circuit and there is a flow of electric current. But if it is cut due to some excessive amount of a large electric current flows, then the circuit will be open and there is no flow of electric current. Okay, so simply we can say that electric fuse act as a switch. Then let's talk about conducting tester. Tester means, as we discussed in our previous slides at the beginning of our videos, that non-conductors are those material which allow little electric current to pass through them. Okay, but LED bulb has the capacity to glow even when a weak current flows in a circuit. Even if there is a weak current, LED bulb or LED will glow, and it acts as a tester that the flow of current is there or not. Okay, so a conducting tester is a device used to determine whether a substance is a good or a poor conductor of electricity. Okay, a conducting tester using LED. Sometimes the current flowing through the circuit may be too weak and the filament of the bulb may not get sufficient heated to make it glow. Then, instead of a torch bulb, an LED can be used in the circuit, because LED glows even when a weak current flows through or flows in the circuit. Okay, so if there is a very weak electric current, we can see if the current is there, if the current is flowing, the LED bulb will glow. But if there is no electric current, then that bulb will not glow. So we can say that LED bulb act as a conducting tester. So this was all about our discussion on electricity and circuits.